I just wanted to do like a little intro to this video. I am starting a garden. I've never gardened before in my life. Okay, I take that back. I've attempted to garden in the past, but I've never actually like started my own garden from scratch. And this year I decided this is the time to do it. When I was growing up, my mom had the most beautiful tiered garden when I lived in Colorado, and it was full of like wildflowers and strawberries, raspberries, which all the bunnies would eat. But you know, regardless of that, it was such a magical, beautiful place, and it holds like such a special place in my memory, in my soul, in my heart, and I just wanted to create that as an adult. So now that I am living in a space that we own, I can actually like really dig deep into building my own garden. So this year I decided to kind of try it from scratch. So I wanted to get seeds because I knew I was gonna mess up a lot of things because I am extremely beginner. I don't know what I'm doing. So I wanted to kind of do a cost-effective way of doing this. So I ended up getting just a bunch of seeds, and you'll see in the video, I went through the process of germinating them inside a couple weeks before we took them outside. And yeah, it's still in the very early stages. So this isn't like very beginning to very end. This is still just chapter 1 in this little gardening book I'm starting for myself. But you'll see also a lot of mistakes that I make and figure it out. But I know that when you start a garden, it's always trial and error, and the more you do it, the more you'll learn and the more you can apply to your garden in the future. And I think there's a saying that like the first year you don't really see anything, the second year it starts to kind of be something, and then the third year that's when it like blooms and gets beautiful. So I know there's an actual saying, but I forgot what it was, but it's the gist is what I just said. But yeah, so this is the intro, and I'm gonna kind of take you through my journey of going to the garden center and then setting up my little garden beds. And throughout the summer, I'm gonna make this a series and continue to kind of, I don't know, take you along my journey of figuring out how to be a gardener. And I hope that it goes well, and if it doesn't, it's okay, because we're all just trying our best. And if you're a beginner like me, then maybe it'll be interesting for you to follow along too. I also wanted to show some of the books that I got for this kind of like learning how to garden thing. This I think is super cool, and I'm gonna be honest, I haven't actually done this yet, but I think it's cool that it's a thing, and I showed it in my favorites video. But it's basically just a planner, like a gardening planner, and I keep all of the things that I've planted in here. I'm trying to remember, and that way I know, like for future reference, like next year come around like, oh, I guess I planted azaleas here, and then I'll know how to take care of them. But yeah, that is on my to-do list to actually fill this out. And then this raised bed gardening book. And this has been really helpful because, as you'll see, we did some technically raised bed. They're in these like water troughs for like drinking for horses, but we turned it into garden beds. So trying to be a little bit more like creative and cost effective, and learning like the soil that you need and like the different layers and all the germinating and stuff has been helpful through this. And then I love witchy stuff, so I got the Green Witch's Garden. Like I said, I mean, this whole thing, your complete guide to creating and cultivating a magical garden space. That is to a T what I want to do, because like I said in the beginning, to me, my garden when I was growing up was very magical and beautiful, and I want to create that too. So this book is all about doing that. So I want to dive into this as well. But yeah, I'm gonna quickly show you kind of what my idea is, and then go from there, and it'll kind of take you through the process of my very beginning chapter 1 of my gardening era. Also, I just want to say, if you watch this and you are a gardener pro, I am always open to tips. So if you see that I did something incorrectly, which I'm sure I did, feel free to comment below, let me know like a better way to do it, or like different types of flowers that grow best in this environment, which I've been trying to do research. But if you're somebody who lives on the East Coast, like near Virginia, that type of thing, I think I'm zone 8B, and you know like the proper way to start a garden, I am all ears, so please put them in the comments below, and I can't wait to see like what everybody else is doing. I got my mom involved, and her tips have been better than anything I found just by Googling, so if anybody else has cool tips, put them below. Okay, so today my mom came into town and she's gonna come with me to go to some nurseries to look for seeds and like planting stuff, because she has the green thumb in the family and she's gonna teach me things. So we're gonna go to nurseries, we're gonna go to Target first and get coffee and some grocery items.
Always coffee first.
Always coffee first. And then also we're gonna go to some thrift stores and see if we can find some like
good
cute
planters. And
yeah, planters, pots, like that kind of thing. So yeah, today's gonna be a fun spring day. It's actually like, I think it's supposed to be like 65 today. Cool. So yeah, it's gonna be nice and warm. So let's go.
I can't see from here.
I got these new.
Oh, I like them.
Yeah, they feel very 90s. I feel like 90s is coming back in style. It has been coming back in style for a while. This shell, Mom, look. The little hanging shell.
Yeah.
That's really cute too for just some decoration in the window. Chris is currently outside mowing the lawn because this grass grows really fast here. But we went to Lowe's today and basically we got, I'm gonna show you in a second, but we got, they look like horse troughs, and then we drilled little holes in the bottom of the horse trough, and they're metal. So we had to get a drill bit that could go through metal. Put a bunch of holes in it, and I'll show you where we're putting them, but they're gonna be by the shed, and that's where we're gonna put the like germinated seedlings that I had planted a couple weeks ago. I'm gonna be honest, I made a huge mistake and I forgot to label them, but I think I can go back and look at the video footage of what I put in there and then hope that I can compare for the best. But yeah, that's is a big mistake. So I need to learn from doing stuff like that. But I'm gonna go show you, actually first I'm gonna show you all the different soils that we got, and then I'm gonna show you the planter beds. I don't know if we're gonna be able to put the soil in the planter bed today. Might have to be till tomorrow because it's just a long day of collecting stuff and cleaning and all that. But yeah, it's kind of our next step for our little garden back there.
She was born in the country under blue sky. Always knew she'd be something, floating so high. She knows I need her, knows I need her by my side. She's the one that falls sunrise. She's the early morning light. She's a warm and cool summer night. It feels just right. She was raised down in the Pinelands with that Caroline.
Very specific order of operations. Hi, Bailey. Excuse me. There's a very specific order of operations for these different kinds of soil that goes in here. So Chris typed out a very detailed so I wouldn't forget anything. So let's go ahead and get this started. So I figured it out. These are tomato. This is rosemary. Or no, this is thyme. This is rosemary. And then all of these are wildflowers. So. Okay, so this plant inside, it just sheds purple flowers like all day long, and I don't actually know what kind of plant this is, so that's another mistake that I made. I just bought it because it was pretty, and I didn't look. There was no like little tag that it normally comes with, and I didn't bother like asking. And although most of my plants are hanging in my house, the flowers on this are constantly falling off, and I'm really worried about one of my pets eating it. So moving it out here to this pot, you can see like all of these flowers just fell off. If I'm trying to take it out, I don't know like the proper way to take it out, but yeah, now she's gonna live in there. So, this is what she looks like. And half the flowers came off, but that's okay. I'll grow back. If anyone who watches this knows what these are called, let me know. I'd love to know what plant this is.